We are into the game and we are on the plane. Ladies and gents, we have what is roughly a 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock plane path. Fairly chilled, even split coming out here in game number 7. You're watching the PGI EU qualifier finals. This is back to lobby 1 for game 7. I'm Jarosar. Joining me is iTwister, and it is a pleasure to have all of you with us this evening. So a lot of big names in this lobby fighting to get one of those top 5 positions. We have Kinguin, Spett Gaming, Diamond Dogs, El Giganten, Team Liquid, G2, Ptycha, Husaria, HAVU Gaming, Dicor Esports, Alza Gaming, Team Crimson, Till Valhalla, Dude Where's My Dasher, AceB, Wind and Rain, Team Valhalla, not to be confused with Team Till Valhalla, Beginners, and MJ Esports. All of these teams are going to be fighting for one of those top 5 spots, but the usual suspects aren't necessarily top of the list yet, so there is plenty of fighting left to do. So we can see Liquid going for their usual Yasnaya strategy here. No one attempting to touch them. I think it's fairly well established that this is their sort of territory now, which is great news for them. Alza Gaming are opting to take Lipovka, and we have School and Apartments taken at the moment by Ekipa Ptycha. So potentially a lot of European teams as well. A lot of fans of Ptycha in the chat. I remember seeing them earlier. Hello to all of you. And an extremely central circle, actually. This is close to smack bang in the middle of the map. This is about as bog standard as the circle can get. Maybe a couple of pixels off to the right on the minimap, but otherwise, we are looking pretty Gucci, ladies and gents, for game number 7. No crazy hard shifts left or right or anything like that. The only team on Military Island, by the way, is team number 20, the Beginners. They had a little bit of hard luck yesterday. They had a bit better luck today, managing to keep all 4 players alive and successfully getting the first crate, I believe, in one of our earlier games. So things looking pretty nice for them at the moment. We'll see if they can keep up the momentum and how well they can place at the end of the day. Ultimately, only 5 teams from this lobby are going to make it to the offline event. Kinguin just chilling, looting in South Georgia Pole. Interesting that nobody else is here, by the way, so they don't have to worry too much. South of Hospital, they have got Wind and Rain to contend with. They've kind of been all over the place today. We've previously seen them in Milta. We've seen them down near Primorsk as well, and it looks like they're making their way north just a bit as far as their looting pattern is concerned. So Larson has the potential to run into one of them shortly. That could potentially be a problem if he hasn't got a gun, but it looks like Hospital is currently unsnagged from a looting point of view. Who else is close to outside? Oh, it's not too bad. The Diamond Dogs are once again heading to Zaki. They kind of share North George with Dude Where's My Dasher, and these teams have actually run into each other once or twice in the past. So they'll be wary of that, though, and as long as there's at least one vehicle that Tomil and Luxno can get out on, I don't really see them being involved in a lengthy scrap, shall we say, for North Georgia Pole. I think they'll be doing just fine there. And otherwise, it's actually, to be honest, it's just been really chill. Really quite a nice, peaceful start to the game. Severny is taken by Spett Gaming, and it has been on several occasions in the past. No one contesting there. Sikora, the person who's most furthest south, could potentially try and get a little bit of a snipe into Rojok if he feels like it, but really at the moment he's just focusing on looting these compounds. I think when they parachuted down, they were relatively convinced that no one was going to be near here. So he's also going to act as their scout and potentially get an additional vehicle as well. Severny should have its own fair stash of vehicles, to be fair. And there's the first crate of the game. Very, very close to the teams in Rojok. And actually, Sikora will have one eye on that. He might be able to get a glimpse of that crate from this next ridge. And it looks like, no, he's going to go into the house instead. Fair enough. I mean, he might have had... Actually, yeah, you're right. He would have had a long way to go there. This is reasonably close to Crimson, though. They're in Rojok. Now, they do have to swim across the river and basically pick up the crate from the banks of the river, so definitely not an easy take. There could be someone providing overwatch there. In the meantime, Mudo is cursing himself. This is AceB, who have one person in this compound that Husaria have just absolutely gate crashed. It is a 1v4 at the moment, and to my knowledge, he's not looking to take the fight unless he absolutely has to, but he's definitely on comms with his team going, guys, there are a lot of people here, and I might need some help. 6x scope on the M16, good for 1 or 2. Ooh. Moving through very swiftly as well, and his building potentially can get... I mean, he's going to have to think of a clever way around this, to be honest. If there's an easy way for him to escape, he will, but I suspect he's going to take the engagement if these guys move towards his building, up to garage building on the left-hand side now for him. 2 and 2 split looting. If there's a way for him to escape, he will, but there might not be. He could just be holding the top of the stairs and being nice and calm right now. But really, he wants support from the rest of his team. It looks like the house he's currently in is going to be the last one to be looted. We have got Ryuzin and Ptycha the other side. So he could third-party this a little bit, but it is still a 1v4 no matter how you look at it. Morpheus now inside the building. Mudo on top of the stairs. Are they going to go up anytime soon? Here they go, coming up the stairs. Instant down onto Morpheus, so they're going to actually finish him off as well. He's trying his best. There are 3 different people there, though, and Mudo, in his interest of trying to finish the kill, will unfortunately get picked off himself. There were 3 different people from Husaria there. 1 outside the window, 1 down, and 1 inside the house. So it was always going to be difficult for him to get that. It looks like the crate has been looted. I suspect Crimson has managed to get that to the northeast of Rajok, possibly on Jambawe. Let's take a look. I think that's a Kar 98 there, so maybe not. But the crate's definitely been picked up. We'll have a look at that a little bit later. That's a Mini 14. Huh. Ah, it might be with Pybas. Interesting. Well, we'll pick up on their adventures a little bit later on. They are the only team in Rajok at the moment, by the way. Sakura might have gotten away with murder there. Interesting. We're going to investigate because we can. So this is extremely open. Care package is empty. Ho ho, the mystery thickens. He's dead in the bush. Nah, mate, we're all good for now. Let's take a look at how this circle comes into play. HAVU have a nice, easy rotation down from Primorsk, so it looks like they managed to avoid wind and rain. As did Kinguin, who are moving in via ruins, and it looks like they could be going maybe to the south side of the circle. Ooh, big engagement going on here, though. This is Team Till Valhalla, Squad 15, pushing into a building, and this is El Giganten up top, trying to defend a 1v3, possibly a 1v4. iSavage has no clue right now. He just knows there are multiple bogeys, and he isn't one of them. Now, he has the option, of course, to attempt to come out a window. Not sure if he'll do just that, though. More frags going down in the stairwell. He's outside. Very nice. That's 1. Oh, doesn't quite finish the job, unfortunately. He does down and finish 1, but Bislop is going to finish the job. And as a result, El Giganten will not be able to contest this position. The rest of the squad zipping by in the vehicles. They were thinking about helping out. That's not going to happen anymore. We have Alza Gaming on the side of the hill here, suggesting that they move away. Squirt, Lex, and co. 18 teams and 69 people left alive. Fairly early days in this game. Taking the wheels off of that UAZ, preventing them being mobile later on. On the north side of the circle, we finally see Simsy of Doom rejoin the rest of his team from Diamond Dogs as he moves, as he comes back from Zaki, pun intended. We have a second crate now near Wind and Rain, who I think have seen it happen. Yes, they have indeed, and this is south of Chopsticks. So we're going to get a lovely view of what is going to be inside this crate. Let's go ahead and take a look. It should still be falling. Let's check it out. Wind and Rain will not have anyone else to contest this with, which is nice. And it is going to be a Mark 14 with an 8x scope, suppressor, full level 3 gear. The PUBG gods say, here you go, Wind and Rain. Use this. It might be dangerous up ahead. This will aid you on your quest. Longo is going to be the lucky recipient of that care package. Nobody else in sight. He doesn't have to worry too much about it at the moment. Very pleased indeed. All right. So relatively quiet, relatively peaceful. A lot of compounds for these guys to take in the center of the circle. Many of these gunfights involve people in compounds fighting people in compounds. So not too much in the way of big, scary, full-on gunfights just yet. Spett Gaming getting into a little bit of a spat with Diamond Dogs. But in reality, they can back off at any time they want. I'm not 100% sure quite how much they want to be pushing out here. We'll spot that Tomil and another teammate have gone round to the west. That is useful knowledge. It turns out they were just picking up the UAZ. Pixon is going to be able to communicate that back to the rest of his team. Good to know. Kinguin are now safely into the circle as well. They have a compound, well, not quite that close to ruins, but within sniping distance, that's for sure. You can see them there, sort of chilling out near ASB, give or take. And we have Wind and Rain on the other side of them, but it doesn't look like they'll be going too close. Now, this next circle is interesting. Everyone on the left side is going to be rotating really quickly. So the teams that were in North George, the teams that were north of the river, are going to get in vehicles and are going to move right the heck now. Even Team Liquid, who are already in the next circle, are saying now is the opportunity to grab a compound that hasn't been taken yet. They do not want to take any chances. I believe this has been looted, but there's no sign of anyone being there at the moment. Samty doing a quick bit of scout around, won't see signs of life, and he'll say, all right, boys, time to go in. Ibiza joins him. The rest of the team will be following shortly. And that's good because Crimson are just up the road and very close to the same compound, but Liquid are going to ward them off. It's all about that first mover advantage when it comes to grabbing these compounds, and Team Liquid have done a reasonable job of getting there first and dissuading other people from trying to pull in. Now, that said, there are still only 2 of them, so it looks like they're playing a little bit of a split here, and it depends on where the next circle goes. So they want to hedge their bets a little bit, make a lot of noise with bullets as Glorious E has a wheel shot off of his UAZ, and still a lot of bullets going down. It's about to explode! He has to jump out. He takes damage, but he doesn't die. And he has to first aid out. That was about as close as it could get for the ASB player here. And those shots were coming from Ekipa Ptycha inside this compound here, east of school. The apartment block's little bit litty at the moment. So Team Liquid in a compound and also out in the open as well, keeping their options open, and they're just about within viewable distance of each other as well. So that's interesting. Scoom and Jeems, I think, are over here. They're taking a peek at half of Squad 17. Again, ASB, who have taken this small compound. A few shots going the way of Mr. Jacob, specifically to take out the tires. So guess what? They're stuck there for the foreseeable future. A lot of brutal tactical play coming out of these guys here, I have to say. It's not a bloodbath just yet, but they're busy setting the scene up. Being patient, waiting for the right opportunity. East side of the next circle, by the way, is still relatively empty. We can see the Diamond Dogs rotating now. They are south of Yasnaya. Kinguin are still west of the bridge. They have some ways to go. And Larsen's even going the long way around, trying to avoid the bridge entirely, so he's going to eat a little bit of blue damage. They might even go all the way around Yasnaya, for all I know. We'll wait and see. But they're going to be fine as well. We ride with Ultrastar, joining the rest of his team at this small compound here. It looks like these guys will be fine. Some excellent little bit of stunt driving. A couple of small compounds and a broken wall to boot. Why not? Good sight lines. No one realistically coming in from the wheat field south of Yasnaya, looking like they're in a fairly good position. Dynamic getting picked off from range, and that would be Alta Gaming. up on top of this hill here. They have good vantage points down onto the compound. Potential for a little bit of a backstab if Valhalla decide to come their way. But they're doing that in a vehicle, and there is a compound in the way that they would rather take first. So fine, Spett Gaming getting lit up as they run through Squad 8, Ekipa, Ptycha. And that is not instantly down, actually getting taken out by Crimson, grabbing a little bit of third partying there while the full autos were spraying the car. We are riding with Pye, who has just about managed to escape. Oh dear, and Val, unfortunately, Hugstar is going to go down. We were talking about Wind and Rain, I think. Oh no, not Wind and Rain. We were talking about Husaria potentially getting snuck up on by Valhalla, but maybe the approach on the vehicle just a little bit too noisy. So he loses his life. A little bit more of an accelerated pace now in this game as we move into the mid-game, and there are fewer compounds left for people to take. Next circle, leaning south, and crucially, Rojok School and Apartments all out. So it's all about the small compounds now. A little bit of a hard rotation for 2 or 3 teams, but otherwise not actually that brutal. 2 teams rocking up on these yellow houses at the same time. Steezy really wants it for Valhalla, but it doesn't look like he is that much in the way of backup yet, and Crimson are going to take it. One of them sneaks around the side, though, and Nibs is going to go down to Sneezy. Sneezy? That's a dwarf, Jor. And you can only have 4 people in a team. You can't have 7. Nibs down, but Steezy having to run away. He knows he hasn't got the backup he needs, unfortunately, and he can't finish the kill. Oh my, that's, oh dear, that's Squad 17. That's Aceby out of the game. Unfortunately, a couple of vehicles are going to result in them bowing out by the looks of things. 17 teams left. Lockwood exchanging shots with Steezy, but realistically, he cannot push into this compound as things currently stands. All he can do is gatekeep the south and east side here. He's doing a great job of that, but where is he going from here? I feel like he needs to facilitate his escape unless he wants to try and go for the squad wipe. Hopefully that's what he's doing right now with these smokes. Covering the footsteps and visual escape. Crimson actually using this opportunity to possibly push out, sensing that the smokes are a sign of escape. Pybass getting a couple shots chucked his way, but Steezy is spotted from another angle, and Jambawe is going to finish the job. Or rather, Lockwood after the Jambawe down. So that's all she wrote for Steezy in this game. Valhalla still in this game, though. The rest of their squad are at about the 8 o'clock position of the next circle. Larson getting taken out from downtown by Simsy of Doom. Big, big snipe going on there. And the smoke will certainly help this potential revive. And that really hurts the meds. Potentially hurts if he no longer has a helmet as well. Those are really the kind of things that we'll be looking out for at this stage. Kinguin are going to have to run in. Simsy, of course, part of Diamond Dogs. They're going to know that Kinguin are here now. And they will be on the lookout for that position running into the circle, because they know that Kinguin are being forced to come in. So a little bit of a gatekeeping job coming in from Diamond Dogs now. They spot Larson and co. Luxno exchanging fire. Simsy of Doom downing once again. Downing and killing Larson this time around as well. So a very, very nice initial pick. And Miraku is going to have to seriously rotate the hell out of the east side of the circle if he wants to avoid the sightlines of Diamond Dogs. A good effort to try and get everyone back on their feet, but Kinguin are going to be continuing this game with 3 players. They were so lit up in game number 1. We'll see if they can do it again here, but they will not have the numbers on their side. Elsewhere, ooh, Mr. Markram managing to take out Pixon. I believe that was the scout for Spett Gaming, because the rest of the squad, are they still here? They are indeed. Oh, it's just Pye. Awkward. But the next circle is going to be kind to him, though. Again, this is a big shift for a lot of the teams. If we zoom out, take a look at all the teams that are on the southeastern edge of the circle. We have Diamond Dogs, Kinguin, Team Liquid, HAVU, G2, all of the heavy hitters in one sector of the circle. This might be why Diamond Dogs are rotating back up north. They suspect that a lot of teams are there. Look at this movement like ants, everyone. from our bird's eye view, but they're going early because they know how important it is to get good real estate in this next circle, and there are precious few compounds available. The team in the best position is arguably Ptycha Gaming. They're on top of a little hill, and they've got the compound in the center of it as well. That's going to be excellent for them. Bunch of vehicles here as they make their home. Oh, hang on a second. That compound isn't much of a compound, is it? I beg your pardon. I was looking at the blocks on the minimap, but it's basically a hut and a radio tower. I mean, it's something. Would not say no to an extra bit of cover. It is not the greatest compound on Earth, but it will do. They're in a decent position right now. Team Liquid on the east side moving up, but we're looking at HAVU. They are rotating almost straight towards Diamond Dogs, and it looks like they're going to be bumping into them in about 5 seconds' time. They're giving them a very wide berth, trying to stay as close to the blue zone as possible. Hopefully, I don't really mind, doesn't attract a bunch of shots. He's having to go temporarily into the blue, and he just about escapes. A couple of shots going his way, but nothing actually connecting. Team Liquid now moving in on Ptycha Gaming. They've decided that that's a position they want for themselves, getting the initial knockdown as well, so they're going to move in, trying to hold with a numbers advantage. Samty, tip of the spear. He goes down to about 1/3 health. He's going to have to stop the first aid. The rest of his squad, though, all 3 of them together, and a one cohesive unit as they move out the south face of this mountain. Looks like, I'm tempted to say Squirtlex is behind the smoke right now. Yes, he was, because he was busy getting Reveler back up on his feet. A good frag for where the smoke was, but won't actually get anyone as they have already moved away. Ibiza now leading the charge up the side of the mountain, looking for Squirtlex. Second frag coming in, spots his head from on top of the fire. On top of the rock even. And now the UAZ position is getting peppered with frag grenades. They know exactly where to look. Senix looking out, almost sees Ibiza, but peeks the wrong way at just the wrong time. And that allows Scoom to get close to him as well. Ibiza round the corner, spotting Uku, trying to go for a flank down below. Won't see him next to the tree there because Uku's already fallen back. All 4 of Team Liquid spreading out now. Scoom getting Senix and finishing off the kill as well. It's now a 4v3 fight. They started 4v4 after they successfully got the revive off, but now it's proving more difficult. And we have Ptycha Gaming actually tactically retreating by the looks of things to the northwest, trying to get away from Team Liquid, believing that they are now at a disadvantage. So Team Liquid successfully taking this hill in this battle. And Team 13, Ptycha Gaming, continue to survive, but they are now down a player. So Liquid in the center of the circle. Kinguin, 3 left. Gatekeeping HAVU Gaming. Squad number 10, who are just outside and could be within view of VAR at any moment. This is Ensolenso trying to keep his squad alive in this game. They haven't had the best Saturday and Sunday, and he wants to get a great result here to try and propel them into that top 5. Proving difficult right now. Kinguin have spotted him. He's running the other direction, but it's not enough. Miracu will get the kill off. That is HAVU Gaming out in 14th place. Not a result they would have wanted. Liquid now getting return fire from Ptycha Gaming. They're fighting back, tactically withdrawing, and then going to the other side of the compound and now fancying their chances at possibly getting a pick off. Liquid a little bit pinned down, but not in any grave danger yet. They're not about to be pushed. They need to watch behind, though, because this firefight is sure to attract external attention. Everyone else kind of playing the edge game right now. G2 and Valhalla. Steven, the only member left alive for G2. He's got us 4 times on his DP28. Rushing towards the center of the circle. Is he actually going to go for the crate? Can't be. Just proning and checking everything out at the moment. 45 seconds. An M20... I'll tell you what, a ghillie suit would be useful for a solo trying to keep his team alive in this game, to be fair. But that is a high-risk maneuver if Steven were to take that right now. Diamond Dogs rotating north from their previous position away from Team Kinguin. Have the potential to spot Crimson shortly, who are in those houses. They're on the roof. Difficult not to spot. And they definitely see each other. Elsewhere, Husaria take out a couple of members of El Giganten by the looks of things. But this is the fight now that is about to kick off. Diamond Dogs and Crimson. Ultrazar gets one to the dome thanks to Jambawe with that beautiful snipe. 15 times on that for Jambawe. Difficult to miss when your head is half of the scope. Diamond Dogs again in a little bit of trouble. Looking for a way out. They won't see one just yet. I think they want to survive until the next circle reveals itself, because when it does, hopefully, if it sticks to the right-hand side, they won't have to move far. If it goes to the left, or potentially to the south, Diamond Dogs are in dire straits. More fighting on the left-hand side outside. It looks like Wind and Rain are actually gatekeeping squads 5 and 19. El Giganton down there, as well as Valhalla. Wind and Rain are gatekeeping them both right now, but one is down. Nayu goes down to Ibiza. Liquid actually looking at them from inside. That's controversial. Deegs, though, is going to go down. He was the last member of his team, and Blade Cito, with a beautiful headshot from the ump, is going to take him out. Still Valhalla outside the circle, potentially looking to push in. I mean, they have to in the next couple of seconds, because, frankly, you're going to run out of meds at that rate, mate. Rajku does have to heal, and he has to heal right the heck now. Oh, my God, that's going to be close. And unfortunately, a little bit too close on this occasion. They will find themselves in 10th place as they bow out. Team Liquid extending their reach south. Looking for the shots onto Wind and Rain, but they're reasonably close to beginners as well. Have to be careful to their 5 o'clock position. Wind and Rain across open ground, leaving Jeems free to snipe with the Mini 14. Gets 2 hits, but not the down there. Another member before going behind the divot. Behind that nice little bit of defilade. Team Liquid really controlling the center of the circle here. Longo having difficulty just making it in. Oh, and can we please press F to pay respect for Diamond Dogs, because this is close to the worst case scenario for them, having to move into this circle from the eastern side, through Crimson, through Kinguin potentially, and also through the beginners, with Team Liquid in the middle as well, if they decide that that's what they're going to do. Scoom repositioning yourself to the south end of the next circle. They want to be able to keep a hold of this hill, because they reckon it's the best bit of cover. But of course, they need to be watching for who approaches from the south side. The beginners are going to be the first squad in their way. And Jeems actually in quite an open position right now. He would do well to get back behind some cover. He spotted one person, but his shots are going to attract attention from elsewhere. And yeah, he does actually move back on top of the ridge in case he gets spotted from teammates. Wind and Rain still behind them. Nayu actually very close to Samti right now. Samti, though, looking in the other direction, spotting Longo instead. Squirtlex is going to be able to get the down, but Liquid wants the kill. To be fair, he was in Samti's sights almost the entire time. Longo goes down with a little bit of help from Alta Gaming, who have moved into the west side. Diamond Dogs now on foot, slowly tracing their way in, but he's going to have to deal with Kinguin. Jeems with the spray from the AK, knocking Nutragon straight out of the car. They are down to 3. Might be able to get a revive up, but the circle is not going to be doing them any favors at all. Big pressure coming in now from up the mountain. Team Liquid trying to stop these guys from ever making it in. Smoke's going down to try and buy them a little bit of time, and that is the fight we were potentially talking about. Ekipa Ptycha get taken out by 2 different squads. I think there's still someone left alive, but Team Liquid still going strong on the south side of the circle. Potential for a sandwich on Diamond Dogs thanks to Kinguin elsewhere, but Gaxi coming in from behind. He takes out Scoom. Gaxi extending really far south right now, and that's a surprise because Vard at the moment knows that there is a team off to his right. That's the Diamond Dogs. But still deciding to get involved in this fight as well. Team Liquid down to 3 people. Samti goes down as well to Blade Cito. He downed him a little bit earlier, so a little bit of revenge coming in, and Nayu from behind is going to be able to knock out Samti as well. Team Liquid under tremendous pressure. Now the rest of Team 20, the beginners, coming back. Team Liquid were trying to suppress them, but now they potentially have an opportunity for revenge. Wind and Rain gatekeeping them as well. They are taking full control of this situation. Blade Cito, though, is down. Ibiza down. Jeems the only person left standing for Team Liquid right now. He needs to get a smoke off. He needs to try and revive his teammate. Maxing is coming in very close by to him. The known player goes down. Jeems still looking for Maxi. Won't find him yet, but there's no way he can get close enough to Ibiza. The circle is in. Luxno is down as well. I think it's only Tomil left alive from the Diamond Dogs. We always knew that rotation was going to be difficult, but for now, we're looking at Liquid. We're looking at Maxim. Maxim goes down. That is squad number 20, the beginners. I think they are out of the equation, but what of Squad 18, Wind and Rain, they're still there and thereabouts. Team Liquid have the potential to revive and have 2 members left alive for this next circle, which are, it's going to be the other side of the mountain that they were holding before. Not too bad a position here. We now have Gaxi and Vard coming up on Tommel. They know the rest of the Diamond Dogs are here. Gaxi gets a lot of damage done to him very early on, but managed to get the headshot off to finish off Tommel. That is the Diamond Dogs out of this game. 6 teams and 14 players left alive now in Erangel. This is game number 7, lobby 1 of the PGI EU qualifier final. I'm Jorisar. Observing is iTwister, and we hope you guys are enjoying all of the spicy action that we have for you today in the PGI. Nayu, for what seems like the umpteenth time, is a thorn in Liquid's side. Takes out James, leaving Ibiza as the only person for Team Liquid in the game, but Nayu clutches it. And he takes out Team Liquid. 5 teams left alive. Wind and Rain keep up their hopes of a victory in this game as Team Liquid bow out. Kinguin were coming around the other side as well. They had the potential to third person this, but they have just missed all of Team Liquid dying. They will, however, bump into Nayu if they keep going this way. Gaxi is really extending his reach here. Nayu the other side of these yellow houses. The rest of Kinguin coming in. Miracu, Vard, Gaxi. A terrible sight to behold if you know what these guys are capable of. Nayu spots Gaxi. He knows he's there now. 6 times on the M4, but Gaxi already elsewhere, chucking smokes. But that's at someone else. It's possible he hasn't spotted Nayu? Shots have not been fired by Nayu yet. I think Gaxi knows that the circle is going to be pushing him in. There we go. Sees it. Gaxi, of course, was aware of that. Didn't necessarily look like it from Nayu's point of view. I can understand why he did what he did. Gaxi was on top. Kinguin fragging out. 6 kills and counting in this game so far. 3 of them left. Crimson doing a fairly good job, it has to be said. They've got a lot of kills this game. Ghostar going down. Miracu actually stealing that kill from Crimson. They've got 5 kills to their name, by the way. Oh, and Bruxo. This is a little bit brutal for Husaria, who are one of the final 3 teams. We have Husaria, Crimson, and Kinguin fighting for this. But unfortunately, Husaria are down. No, pardon me. That's Husaria out, and that's Ulsa Gaming still in here. I think there's someone from Squad 13 still on the western edge of the circle. I think that's 13. Yes, it is. Crimson might be able to find it's just Squirtlex and nobody else. 3 teams and 8 left alive. Squirtlex sees Kinguin Vard. Very happy not to engage right now. Hoping that they fight someone else. Vard running towards him. Will he spot him in the grass? No, he's too focused elsewhere. Squirtlex staying so quiet. Jambawe getting the first kill onto Gaxi. It looks like the teams are collapsing onto each other now. Crimson with a full squad of 4. I think one was down earlier on. They get Gaxi, potentially 2 more members of Kinguin. They could actually take the victory here. All 4 are now back up. We have confirmed it. Squirtlex is trying to be quiet on the side. Pybus looking for more. Gaxi gets finished off. That's Jambawe. Cool as you like. 4v2v1. 7 left alive. 3 teams. Crimson know that they are 4 of them. Kinguin don't necessarily know, but numbers cannot be on their side. Only 2 members left alive, and Squirtlex being very calm and just wanting to snake his way into the top 2. The ideal situation, of course, is one person is left alive after this 4v2, and Squirtlex is able to sneaky snake his way into winning the game, but that's going to prove very difficult because Miracu has gone down as well, and now Vard behind that tree is the last line of defense to Crimson, absolutely steamrolling this side of the map. Squirtlex is really hoping that those extra points come his way soon, because there's only so long he can stay hidden. Smoke getting popped next to Kinguin Vard. Is that Squirtlex getting involved? 1 team of 4 and 2 solos in this game. Crimson know that they are in pole position to win this right now. Squirtlex now in the blue, I think, or very on the edge. No, he is forced to show his hand. Jambawe leaning in on him. He takes out Jambawe, but Pybus finishes him, allowing Kinguin to take 2nd place. Now, this would be quite special if Vard was able to frag out and win this game. I highly doubt it, but anything is possible. This is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and we have seen 1v4 squad wipes before. Kinguin are certainly capable of doing it. Vard getting the first down onto Pybus. There's still someone to his right, though. He spots him possibly a little bit too late. It is a little too late. Lockwood gets the final frag, And Kinguin are relegated into second place. Absolutely no shame at all. Fantastic points going into the final game of the day. Crimson come out with the victory there. Congratulations to them. But also well done to Alza Gaming for securing a very crucial third place. Wind and Rain playing so well, getting 10 kills between them, finishing in 5th. Team Liquid improving, but not necessarily by that much, coming up to 6th place in this game.